Hello everybody, welcome to the channel. My name is James. I'm so glad you're here. I'm so glad you're taking the time of your day to review my content. We're going to talk about Liberia today because Liberia just celebrated its 178th birthday, which was this gone Saturday, July 26th. The country is the first independent republic in Africa, the oldest country in West Africa. And this gone Saturday, you saw parades everywhere. You saw the flag everywhere in the United States here, especially in Minnesota and in Philly and also in Liberia. People were rejoicing and very happy how the country have come. I am a proud Liberian. Liberia first, African second, and then you got the American third. Very proud Liberia. But it got me thinking, after 178 years of freedom, what has the country gained? Compare Liberia to Nigeria, to even Ghana, being the first independent country and being the oldest country in West Africa. It should have been in the same form of development, level of development compared to Nigeria and Ghana. In this video, we're going to be talking about how have Liberia developed and the celebration from 1847, independent, all the way to now, 2025. But we're not going to just talk down to Liberia. The country is one of the poorest countries in Africa. We know that. People still live on $2 US dollars a day. We still know that. That's not surprising. But the country should have been way better than it is right now. And when you look at Liberia, it's not just the struggle, the pain, the wars, the anger. It's a celebration because the country has been through rough patches. From civil war to pandemics to Ebola outbreaks. The country been surviving. We want to discuss more of Liberia in this video. You know, when it comes to development, Liberia always been on the upward end of things. Things have just been slow in the country, that's all. Development have been very slow, but things have been moving in the right direction. You know, the first time I saw actual development was during the presidency of Madam Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. She ruled the country for 12 years. She was the first female African president. And also, she won the Nobel Peace Prize in 2011. She had done a remarkable work, especially removing the country from where it was during the war all the way up to 2016. Because of all jobs she did, young girls in Liberia and also in Africa look up and have that zeal that they can to make it in terms of making their dreams come true and in a political career they actually try to do. So she have brought the country all the way to 2016. After 2016, you got George Weah. From George Weah, now to Joseph Boakai. For 3 presidencies, there have been smooth transition. Democracy, you will say. The people have actually selected the country. The country is very peaceful. Liberia right now is turning away from war and focusing on development. Development has been huge in the country. The GDP of Liberia is projected to be about 6%. Right now, in 2025, take a look at this. It's about 5.17%. We're already in the middle of 2025. People are investing in Liberia. Not just the president, not just signing billions of dollar deals, but even Liberian here in America is actually help develop Liberia. Someone that got businesses, someone that got land, houses. I got a friend that have a transportation business. I got another friend that have a construction business, building material business. People are striving good in Liberia. And on the government end of things, you can see companies, huge private companies, investing billions of dollars into the country. Like I talked about in my last video, Avenho Atlantics, they invest in billions of dollars in the country. They're going to be operating from the port of Buchanan all the way up to the border. They're going to be developing that road, making sure everything is good. You also have a centimeter. They've been in Liberia for a long time now. They have been investing in our people. They have been helping the economy, and they're still going to keep helping the economy. A few days ago, July 24, there was a launch of Youth Investment Bank in Liberia. They invest about $17.8 million. And there was a huge program in Liberia to celebrate this huge milestone. Let's take a look at this video.
Seizing and unlocking these opportunities is what the African Development Bank has been doing in Liberia. You heard on the skit, empowerment, empowerment, empowerment. Development, development, development. Great kids. Put it up for those. They were fantastic. I enjoyed every single bit of it. Since 1967, the African Development Bank has invested over $1.02 billion in Liberia across 72 projects. As of February of 2024, our active portfolio of projects includes 18 projects valued at $397 million, each destined to enhance the quality of life for all Liberians. Just think of the following. In transport, a total of 177 kilometers of road construction were completed under the bank's project in Liberia. This includes 50-kilometer Fishtown Harper Road project, the 16-kilometer Harper Junction to Cavalier Border Road, the 80-kilometer Caloctin to Fishertown Road, as well as the 22-kilometer Saniqueli to Loguantuo. I think I called it right. All right. Under the second phase of the Mano River Union Road Development and Transport Facilitation Program. In the energy sector, the bank has financed a total of 2,434 kilometers of electricity transmission and distribution lines. This includes 1,360 kilometers on the Cote d'Ivoire, Liberia, Sierra Leone, Guinea interconnection project.
So there have been huge development in the country. All these development have been going on in the country. And on paper, Liberia is better, way better than what it used to be. The country have come up greatly in terms of development and political development and democracy. That is the real democracy. Things have changed dramatically. Internet now is pretty much easy in the country. You got a stable communication system. Orange, they are very stable in the country. You also have Lone Star too. So things are going the right way in the country. Things are flourishing. There's no doubt. On paper, the economy of Liberia is booming. Things are happening. Investment are going on. People are investing billions in the company, and the economy is growing heavily. It's growing great. But people don't feel it in Liberia. Not every day Liberians feel that investment. They don't feel that billions of dollars come into the country. They don't feel that. Things are different on the ground. We can throw numbers at you all day, but unless you're on the ground, you don't know what's going on. Things are different on the ground. Remember, the country is still one of the poorest countries in West Africa. And it is the oldest country in West Africa. Liberia should have been on the same level as Nigeria and Ghana, but it's not. It's way below that. People are still struggling. One of the most popular dish food in Liberia is rice. People love rice. I love rice. One of the ways you can get rice, unless you can buy the bag of rice, or you can go to the market every day or maybe every other day and buy like cups of rice. Some people buy like 1 cup of rice or 5 cups of rice, depending on how much you have. But love rice. You can cook rice with anything. Some people buy a bag of rice, and the bag of rice in Liberia right now, regular bag of rice, is like $20 US. If you want to have the American bag of rice, it's about $80 to $100 US for the American bag of rice. If you want to go to the store and buy a cup of rice, it's like between $80 to $100 LD Liberian dollars. So $80 Liberian dollars for 1 cup. So if you have a family of 3 or 4, you need more cups. You gotta buy the bag of rice. People love rice. And if you use the internet, you gotta pay for electricity. And if you want to live in a good place, you gotta be paying at least $100 to $300 a month. To you, that might look like, that might sound so cheap. $200 for rent. I'm here paying for 1 bedroom $1,700, or for 2 bedroom paying $2,100, and you just paying for $300. That might sound a little bit cheap, but the actual money is different. The conversion is huge. That's huge. And just think about it. Things are not stable in terms of jobs. Even though those companies are investing billions of dollars, those jobs are rarely coming by. Sometimes you have to know somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody. And sometimes, even if you know somebody, it's not guaranteed you're going to get the job. So most of the time you will see Liberian, begging. They will be calling their relatives here in America. The job don't pay you on time. They take months to pay you. Not like America here, like your paycheck gonna hit at a certain time of the month. You're gonna hit every Friday or every other week. Or maybe once a month if you're on salary. But hey, Liberia, no, things are different there. People don't feel the investment. We can talk about it all day on camera, but I don't feel it. So what now? What now for Liberia? We have reached the 178th birthday. The country is on the upward projection. On paper, GDP is going up, investment into the country. What is now? Again, these are just numbers. It is time we stop celebrating just the idea of independence and start demanding the reality of it. Better roads, better schools, honest leadership, jobs for our people. Because if the next generation is going to thrive, we have to do more than just survive. So let me ask you, what does true independence means to you? Drop a comment on the comment section. Like and subscribe to the channel. But what does true independence means? Does it mean looking good on paper? Does it mean feeling good? What does it mean? Because I know Liberian everywhere on this July 26th was celebrating. I was celebrating that Mama Liberia had reached 178. I was also even more celebrating because for the past 3 presidents, they have been smooth transition, democracy at the fullest. The country is good. People just have to feel that it's good. Rice prices just have to come down. Living prices have to come down. People want simple life. It's not about investing heavily in the country. It's about making life easy for those everyday Liberian. So, what does independence mean to you? Put in the comment section, and we're gonna keep this conversation going. Because a better Liberia is better for you, definitely better for me. It's better for our children, and for most Liberian that want to go back home and never forget their roots. Subscribe to the channel. Let's keep this going. Thank you.